Fox 66 News with Brian Wilk, meteorologist Craig Flint, and Mike Finner with sports. You're watching Fox 66 News first at 10.
Local legend. A man with a long history in the Erie community is honored Sunday. Good evening, I'm Brian Wilk. A pillar of the Erie community was honored today. It's new tonight at 10 o'clock. A mural on East 12th Street depicting the life and legacy of Luther MANUS Jr. was revealed to the public. The 92-year-old has a long list of accomplishments, including a 24-year military career. He served during the Vietnam War and earned a Bronze Star Medal. Later in life, he worked for the Erie School District as a counselor for 18 years. He also served the community in various board and committee positions. He had some sage life advice to give today.
If you try to live by the golden word, your blessings will come sooner or later. Whenever they come, it's a blessing to be able to recognize that the blessing is there, and I'm blessed.
And the project was started in mid-August by local artists Antonio Howard and Caesar Westbrook. And to weather now, meteorologist Craig Flint has your Fox First forecast. Hey, Craig.
Hey, Brian, good evening to you. Just a gorgeous day out there. Now, I know we need some rain. I had a couple of calls saying, Craig, they were yelling at me. I get it, but it was still a nice day, okay? And I think we have a couple more where that came from. Here's a look live right now, Conneaut Lake. And the channel lock cam as we look over the lake towards the Iroquois Club. Sky's clear and it will get chilly, especially south again tonight. Frost, I don't think is as widespread as it was last night. 53, no wind, and a dew point of 38. So again, dew point temperatures are important to forecasting low temperatures. So as we head through this night, Erie, Lakeshore communities, mid-40s, 30s as you drop south. Another day with wall-to-wall sun tomorrow, a little warmer too. Details in the full forecast coming up just a bit. Brian, over to you.
Thank you, Craig. One person was sent to the hospital after their vehicle flipped and they had to be extricated by fire crews. According to Erie County 911, this happened just before 4 o'clock at the intersection of Zook and Zimmerly Roads. The driver was sent to the hospital with non-serious injuries. No word on a cause and police are investigating. A popular bayfront attraction is closing down for good because PennDOT will be putting in an access road in its place. Folks are sad to see it go. Chelsea Swift has community reaction to the upcoming closure of Harbor View Miniature Golf.
After 18 years of being down here providing a family fun entertainment to, the community, it's kind of disappointing to find out we're not going to be here anymore.
An extension of an access road by the bayfront is forcing Harbor View Miniature Golf to close. One visitor saying it's a shame because it's a great place to go with family.
It's a really beautiful location that they have down here by the lake, and I wanted to bring the boys down here. They've never golfed before, so I wanted to get them golfing. But it's really sad. I think this is it's a great venue. There's not a lot of putt-putt courses around, and we'll definitely miss it.
One father says visiting Harbor View Miniature Golf has become a regular family activity. He says the community will miss this local attraction.
I think it's a hit for the community. I mean, my girls love it here. This is probably about the 6th or 7th time we've been here, and it's just a great place.
Another visitor saying this summer he's enjoyed playing miniature golf since it's an outdoor, socially distant activity.
This year specifically, I've been here quite a few times with my friends. It's really sad to see it go.
Chelsea Swift, Fox 66 News.
As the fall semester begins in school districts across the country, schools are deciding whether to welcome students back inside or start the year with online classes. Both formats are raising issues for teachers, parents, and students. Fox News correspondent Alex Hogan has the story.
Demonstrations popping up in school districts across the country this week as parents and students pushed for administrators to return to in-person learning.
We need our school districts to get a solid plan back together to get our kids back to school.
Some students say they're getting frustrated with online classes.
It has been so hard because I keep not understanding and I need more teachers to help me learn.
Districts choosing to reopen are running into different problems. At one school in Massachusetts, a student who tested positive for COVID still showed up for the first day of school anyway.
We just don't understand how a parent could possibly think that was an okay thing to do or a good idea.
And as universities welcome students back to campus, many are under mandatory quarantine, stuck in the dorms for the first 2 weeks of classes.
Cases will rise when you bring kids together from all over the country.
The University of Missouri even going so far as to expel 2 students this week for violating COVID restrictions. Officials say their behavior endangered the health of everyone on campus.
I do think expulsion is a rather severe punishment. I mean, especially with the thousands of dollars it costs to go here. Definitely, I think the fact that the university has taken disciplinary probation is for the best.
And here in New York City, the largest school district in the nation, they were supposed to return to class on Monday, with Mayor Bill de Blasio announcing a new phased-in approach instead, with just pre-K and special needs students going back first. In New York, Alex Hogan, Fox News.
Governor Tom Wolf's newest mandate is going into effect tomorrow. This allows Pennsylvania restaurants and bars to extend their indoor capacity to 50%. As the new mandate also requires all establishments to stop liquor sales at 11 p.m. instead of 10 p.m. One local restaurant owner says she doesn't think these regulations will change the amount of business the establishment sees. However, it may affect business on game days.
Sunday, Monday, and Thursday nights, when you have a game on, if that game goes beyond 10 or 11 o'clock or the game goes into overtime, you hate to kick everybody out and say, okay, you got to go home and watch it. So I think we're just going to have to cross that bridge when we get to it.
Formerly, establishments were only allowed to operate at 25% occupancy. Here are the latest COVID-19 numbers for the state, Erie County, and surrounding regions. The Pennsylvania Department of Health reporting 733 additional positive COVID-19 cases today, bringing the statewide total to over 150,000. There were 25 new deaths reported. In Erie County, the state is reporting 16 new cases of COVID-19, bringing the total to 1,475 cases. The number of deaths remains at 48. Crawford County reporting 291 cases today. That's an increase of 3. Warren County holding at 42. Chautauqua County reporting 602. And Ashtabula County reports 643 cases. That's up 2. You can see the latest COVID-19 numbers anytime by visiting our website, yourerie.com. And it was a refreshing Sunday morning in downtown Erie. The Downtown Erie Farmers Market taking place in Perry Square today. The Erie Downtown Partnership and Oasis Market holds this event every other Sunday. A variety of local businesses set up stands and they sell their goods to the community. One business owner saying events like these are beneficial for businesses and consumers.
People love fresh food, fresh desserts, fresh honey. There's all different sorts of things that really give a different feeling of just a great Sunday morning.
And the Farmers Market returns October 4th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Just days after the death of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, a political showdown is unfolding on Capitol Hill to fill her vacant seat. Now, President Trump says he wants the Senate to act now. Washington correspondent Raquel Martin talks to lawmakers on both sides about the battle to come.
Every week is going to be tense. This probably heightens the blood pressure a little bit.
In the wake of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg's death on Friday, Missouri Republican Senator Roy Blunt expects a battle to fill her now vacant seat.
We will get to it before this Congress ends.
Blunt says President Trump has a constitutional duty to nominate Ginsburg's replacement. And unlike in 2016, he sees no reason for delay.
The Senate and the White House are now under the control of the same party. It would be almost political and governmental malpractice crisis if Republicans decided we're going to unilaterally disarm here.
So far, only 2 Republicans say the winner of the next election should pick the next Supreme Court justice, but Democrats will need 2 more to block the nomination.
The hope is that cooler heads will prevail.
Democrats like Congressman Dan Kildee and presidential nominee Joe Biden are calling on those senators to give voters the chance to weigh in.
Please follow your conscience. We can't keep rewriting history.
And on ABC, Speaker Nancy Pelosi wouldn't rule out a new impeachment of President Trump as a way to slow down the Senate.
We have our options. We have arrows in our quiver that I'm not about to discuss.
Absolutely outrageous. The idea that you would talk about impeaching the president for doing what the Constitution says.
President Trump says he plans to nominate a woman to fill the seat this week. In Washington, Raquel Martin, Fox 66 News.
The Marines joining the fight against the wildfires raging in Central California. I'm Christina Coleman. I'll have that story coming up.
Plus, century old. An Erie woman turns 100 years old and celebrates her big day surrounded by loved ones. And hanging 10. The pandemic not stopping these pooches from catching a few waves. That's coming up.